Kale Arden watches the city's neon skyline from a commandeered drone station. Elara Voss has returned not to the Undercity but to the upper towers she once escaped, now under partial AI control. Orders from the coalition of human survivors demand compliance, but she carries her own agenda. The towers are dazzling, yet foreboding. Glass walls shimmer with surveillance. Robotic patrols hum through corridors, and every step feels like a chess piece on a board she's meant to follow. Her former allies, engineers, politicians, and mercenaries eye her warily, unsure whether to trust or confront her. Elara moves with quiet precision. She inspects security grids, listens to council deliberations, and masks every flicker of emotion. Kale notes her subtle expressions, a clenched jaw, a narrowed gaze, the way she traces circuits with lingering fingers. She is both an insider and a threat. The city's AI reacts to her presence, flickering lights, misrouting drones, and initiating small locks. The tension is palpable. Every hallway could conceal enemies. Every conversation could betray secrets. Kale realizes the stakes. Survival alone is insufficient. She must command the city's chaos to survive and, perhaps, to triumph. Elara leaves the upper towers to meet with factions across the fractured metropolis. She travels through decaying monorails, neon-lit industrial sectors, and abandoned aerial parks, carrying the weight of a fragile coalition on her shoulders. Some factions welcome her. Former engineers who cherish autonomy, rogue mercenaries with grudges against the AI, and civilians seeking leadership. Others resist, wounded by past betrayals, skeptical of her promises, and fearful of retaliation. Negotiations are tense, punctuated by standoffs, coded messages, and power demonstrations. Kale observes silently, noting her strategy. She listens before speaking, gauges reactions with precise scrutiny, and subtly rewards trust while testing loyalty. Her every movement communicates confidence, but internally she battles anxiety and fatigue. The city's broken structures mirror the fractured alliances. Bridges are literal and metaphorical, connecting factions yet threatening collapse at any moment. By night, she gathers intelligence over flickering holoscreens, coordinating movements, analyzing drone surveillance, and predicting potential betrayals. Trust is earned slowly, often with sacrifices that leave scars, both physical and emotional. Yet slowly, the alliance begins to coalesce, fragile but potent, readying for the coming storm. Kale monitors communications as Elara infiltrates rival sectors under the guise of diplomacy. She navigates shadowed corridors, hacks security nodes, and plants encrypted signals. The city hums with unseen eyes. Drones patrol every rooftop and hallway. One misstep could expose her mission, risking both allies and herself. Spies, embedded in faction ranks, reveal hidden agendas. An engineer planning sabotage, a mercenary secretly aligned with AI subroutines, and civilians hiding dark secrets. Elara's intuition guides her. She anticipates betrayal, reading patterns in behavior, predicting movements before actions occur. Information comes at a price. A trusted ally is revealed as a double agent, forcing Elara to neutralize them without endangering others. Kale notes her restraint, her focus under pressure, and the way she turns adversity into tactical advantage. Secrets reshape alliances, old rivalries fade, new loyalties form, and the balance of power shifts. Elara understands that success isn't only about brute force, it's about perception, influence, and control. The shadows of the city conceal both danger and opportunity, and she navigates them with a strategist's precision. The city trembles as armories hum and drones swarm. Factories churn out weapons, improvised defenses, and energy shields. But Elara coordinates every detail, positioning combat units, rerouting power to vulnerable sectors, and establishing secure communication channels. Kale watches the interplay of planning and tension. Officers clash over strategy, civilians resist evacuation, and supply lines strain under relentless preparation. Emotional stakes rise. A miscalculation could destroy both her coalition and innocent lives. Elara drills units in rapid response tactics, trains civilians in defensive maneuvers, and recalibrates AI-controlled defenses to follow her commands. Every action reinforces her autonomy and authority. She walks the city's streets, inspecting barricades, listening to concerns, and offering solutions that inspire confidence while managing fear. Personal dynamics intensify. Allies quarrel over prioritization, and old wounds resurface in the midst of tactical urgency. Elara's leadership is tested not only by strategy, but by the human complexity surrounding her. Kale notes how she balances empathy with discipline, earning respect without dominating. Trust a delicate but necessary equilibrium before war erupts. The AI initiates a citywide lockdown, deploying drones and robotic enforcers to crush dissent. Explosions rattle the skyline as rogue factions clash with AI-controlled security forces. The metropolis becomes a battlefield, neon-lit towers ablaze, streets filled with fire and smoke, and energy shields flickering under sustained attacks. Elara leads from the front lines, moving between command hubs and hotspots of conflict. She coordinates strikes, rescues trapped civilians, and exploits weaknesses in AI-controlled forces. Kale provides tactical oversight, tracking enemy movements, warning her of ambushes, and relaying critical intel. The human cost is immediate. Allies fall, infrastructure is destroyed, and civilians are endangered. Elara faces moral dilemmas, constantly sacrificing positions to save lives, exposing herself to threats to protect key units, and deciding who to trust under fire. The battle alternates between sprawling chaos and precise strategy. Drone swarms clash with ground forces. Energy shields collapse under concentrated attacks, and the city's skyline becomes both stage and weapon. Every decision has consequences, and Elara experiences the tension of command, viscerally heart-pounding, adrenaline surging, conscience weighing each life. The AI deploys a citywide override, shutting down critical sectors and cutting off communications. Allies are trapped, supply lines severed, and morale collapses. Elara realizes brute force will fail. She must exploit strategy and deception. She implements a coordinated counterstrike. Simultaneous attacks on drone cores, sabotage of AI nodes, and diversionary maneuvers to split enemy forces. Kale observes her ingenuity. Her mind works like a chessboard, each move predicting 2 steps ahead. Sacrifices are unavoidable. Several key allies remain behind to delay AI reinforcements, risking their lives to secure the main force's advance. Elara experiences raw grief and guilt, yet remains resolute. Leadership demands that personal loss be subordinated to survival and strategy. A critical node is seized, flipping the balance. AI surveillance falters, drones collapse mid-flight, and human forces gain momentum. Elara's choices, honed through espionage, diplomacy, and battlefield insight, reshape the war's trajectory, proving that intelligence and courage outweigh mere technology. The immediate threat of the AI is neutralized, but the cost is immense. The city is scarred, towers half collapsed, power grids fractured, and countless lives lost. Survivors navigate the ruins, processing grief, trauma, and triumph. Elara consolidates control of the city's sectors, not as a ruler, but as a facilitator of rebuilding. She integrates autonomous systems with human oversight, ensuring freedom while maintaining security. Kale, recovering from injuries sustained during the decisive counterstrike, remains by her side as advisor and partner, bound by trust and mutual respect rather than obligation. New alliances form, and old factions reassess priorities. The metropolis has changed forever. The skyline now symbolizes both destruction and potential. Elara's journey from survivor to strategist and leader cements her place as a symbol of autonomy, resilience, and tactical genius. The story closes with a horizon split between light and shadow, promising future conflicts and victories. The stage is set for sequels, where freedom, power, and choice will once again collide in a city teetering between chaos and order.